Pleasant good morning to all. It's a blessed Wednesday morning, which happens to be as called to the calendar. The 18th day of September 2024. You know, in Ethiopia, it's a completely different time using the Ethiopian calendar. But using the calendar, this particular calendar in the Western Hemisphere, we say it's December 18th. Yes, my viewers, subscribers, my followers, my listeners, my naysayers, those who criticize me, those who said all manner of evil, those who say good morning. I must say that thank you all for the overwhelming support that I've been getting on my videos of in recent time, and I'm happy to know that people are actually coming around to the fact of what I am saying in these videos. Yes, I know we have people out there that will never see what you're saying, will never support what you're saying, will never support what you're doing. We know, and we know that people out there who don't really comprehend probably the way in which we put out our things. So they do not know the deep meaning, the essence of what we are trying to do, trying to bring across, even in helping them, even making it awareness program just for them to understand. Instead of them comprehending, they take offense. And you know, it is really and truly bad that way. Yes, when you are saying good and the person is taking offense of the good things that you are saying, and that clearly showing you lack of knowledge, right? And that is our problem today, right? Now I probably will get back to that a little later on, right, in my time on this live this morning. But a couple of things I want to speak about this morning. And I watched a particular video with a well-known celebrity, Miss Kitty, speaking about the incident in the schools. Yes, that's going to be my main focus. And you know the reason why it's going to be my main focus this morning? It's because that topic are about the future of Jamaica. So I considered it to be very important, right? When to see what is happening in our schools, right? There are lots of things happening out there that we could speak of. I personally could speak of Vibes Cartel at the conference. Yes. I could speak of Vibes Cartel at Rising Star. Yes. I could speak of the Prime Minister being, the integrity report has been tabled. We could put some politics to it. We could rejoice, we could sad. I could sad. And I could also comment on it. But the fact is, the one that caught my interest is the children behavior in the school. And I'm going to tell you why. I find that topic so important this morning. Right? The last Saturday before school reopened, I was downtown Kingston, and I was saying, parents, please to do your homework, because it is the level of discipline that you exercise at home that will make a difference in the school when it reopens. And I even goes on to say, remember last year, the first day at school, at a particular school, I don't remember if it is in St. Catherine or Clarendon, the very first day at school, they could find students with dick in their mouth. Because of the level of discipline that takes place. And I don't know who is watching, if they would have seen that video. And parents, the inspector of police, yes, parents reported me to the inspector of police. Mr. P, big up yourself. Right? So that is the reason why that particular video this morning, I tell you, it's a TikTok blogger, a TikToker. I answered you from last night, right? But let me just continue on this first, right? The whole situation is that the parents were by Sangster's bookstore, and I was coming up and echoing those sounds, and I do it because I knew lots of parents are there, and to give them that awareness so they can knew how to marshal their children going out to school. And instead of endorsing what I said, the hub parents there reported me to the police. And you would have seen the video on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, because I make sure the only difference that the person that were videoing at the time were coward of the police, so they could not get a good video in. Right? Right? Yes. Then the inspector confronted me. He was an intelligent inspector, and that's what makes the difference. He was very professional in his work. And that's what makes the difference, right? The inspector said, a gentleman report to him that I were using the word dick. I were using the word dick. Now, tell me something now. In today's day and age, a big man, right? Now look at what I am saying keenly, you know, right? Because you may not like me and take side with the man, right? And the reason because you don't like me, it is because probably your knowledge base is not good enough, right? Or you just a person that is crooked. You're just you're just no good. To hear someone saying something good and report it for something bad to happen to the individual, something that will help you and your children, because apparently the one who did it don't know how to bring up his child, don't know the morals, right, under what to bring up his child under. Because if you're going to report something that happens, that was true, right, and you're going to take side in reporting it, something is mentally wrong with you, right? Right? But let's get back to the inspector. The inspector said he called me and I duly obliged and went back to him. And he said to me, someone has reported me that I was saying some things and using the word dick. I said, Inspector, they are lucky that I use even the word dick and didn't use the word cocky. Because of the level of my intelligence, right? I did not use the word cocky. I said dick, because in this part of the world, we call the penis cocky. And calling the penis cocky doesn't make it indecent or being a bad word. Right? I said, you're lucky, Inspector, I did not. We speak Creole here. And we could call it anything apart from using the European terminology, the king or the queen's language, and said penis. We don't must have to use the word penis as they taught us, right? But clearly, the reporter has no knowledge even of the language we speak. The inspector with a little higher level of intelligence would have understand what I was trying to say to him. So he's instructing me. He asked me, what religion are you from? I said, I am from no religion. I am from no political party. I am from no organization. But I was God sent. So he said to me, no, because you have to come from a religious group. I said, no, you can't tell me that I have to come from a religious group. Right? Me no must join a religion. But me must accept God, because it's not religion did create the universe. Right? So me no must accept any organization or religion to out here in the universe speaking. Right? Then again, he understand. But he said, remember, he goes into the Bible now, and he said, remember the 7 sons of Sceva. Remember when they go there and God did not send them. I said, hold on, Inspector, that is a different discussion, because that is between me and God, not me and you. Right? And when the 7 sons of Sceva, when they were out there healing people under false pretense, they were attacked by the demons that they were trying to cast out of the people. So he turned around to ask me, he said that the scripture said, I know Paul and I know Barnabas, but who are you? I said, I am Reginald Samuel Martin, born in South Manchester, reside in Kingston for many years, and the words were so tough and precise, and the truth were so high in frequency, that his next word was, preach the word, brothers, preach the word. Right? And if you notice, that's how I labeled that video. Right? 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 Now, I could not blame the inspector, right, for doing his job. He got a report. No, I blame that person who is lack of knowledge. Right? And that's the reason why. That's the reason why this video this morning with Miss Kitty, I decided to come morning, Sean, to have a live discussion on the whole children situation. I've warned them. I've been warning them from time to time. Say Sean there as witness. Yeah? Sean knew how many, for the 2 or 3 years I'm on TikTok. Sean knew what I go against and from what I love, and I'm a person who demonstrated what I speak. Right? I make sure I do that. Right? I live up to my word that I speak. All right? So, time and time again, they heard me calling for educational reform in this country. Yes. And without the educational system is not reformed in this country, whether Marky G or Andrew Holness or whoever to be gonna sit in the House of Parliament, you're going to have the same problem over and over and over and over again. Right? You're gonna have that same problem over and over, unless we have a total reformation. Lady Fell, good morning. A total reformation of the educational system. Get out the slangs that becomes a norm, or get out or certify the slangs that fit with our culture, and get out the colonial masters culture out of our curriculum. Henceforth, we are going to pick up with foot and put it back same place and going nowhere. So I implore all stakeholders, all lawmakers, and all well-concerned citizens, right, to make sure that our educational system is reformed, that good means good and bad means bad, sad means sad, and glad means glad. Make sure it has no loophole for error to be normalized. And exactly what we are facing now. We are endorsing what I must call it, the mockery of the colonial masters, telling us what is right for us, what is wrong for us, that if we said pussy, we are cursing, but if we said vagina, we are not cursing. Until we come to the fact that the education that we have, it is from our colonial masters. And I know anywhere Miss Louise Bennett's spirit is now, it is turning in her grave. Yes, because she really come and she try to really normalize our culture, right? And by now we believe that the authorities would have seen to it, remove that stupid thing in the law book that you call bad word, and let people can express themselves as they want to. Because the same word that they call bad word, it is an expression of the pressure that we were facing from our colonial master, that causes us to express ourselves, speak in that language that they did not understand what we were saying. The expression on our face got to them, and that's why they said it is bad word. Right? So it is time the education minister, one now and the one to be, don't come back here, can't take up your foot and put it back same place, and causing the same problem from generation to generation, decades to decades, and going nowhere. Me not done yet. Right? Unu can report me, right? But me not done yet. Me I speak my mind this morning because I have seen the levels of stupidity in high places. I've seen where the levels of stupidity is coming from. The grassroots level is acting much more intelligent than those at the top. And I say that with no apology. Yes, those at the very bottom, right, is seen. But the reason for that is because at the top, they are complying to their colonial masters' rules and regulation. And that is why the people of the bottom are so pressured by them, because they are doing a work not for the people, but for their colonial masters. And that is why the bad word cannot remove from out of the law book. The rascal, the bumbleclad, the pussyclad cannot remove from out of the law book, right? Because these people are still working under the colonial masters regime, right? They are yes man and guess man to our colonial masters in a diplomatic way, right? Yeah. Now I gotta speak my mind this morning, right? Now this morning I heard Miss Kitty speaking of the atrocity that takes place in the school. I heard of the video. I don't get to watch the video, but I heard so many vloggers speak about this this a particular video that last year we have a problem with school gangsters, school war, school riots. Yes, we do have a problem. There were so many, right, that talks left, right, and center how to deal with the situation. And up till now, I heard, remember one time I said put pastor in every school. And I was the first one to jump on a live or on a video and say, uno cracking on the head. Uno sicking on the head. The pastor cannot manage the church they govern, much less church and school. Because the problem is not there. Right? The problem is not when life comes or how you tackle the problem. You fix the problem before the children were born. Right? So mean it is a proactive approach has to be taken to alleviate this situation. Right? Now they should be quite busy planning for the unborn child, right? To change, to revolutionize this problem that we are having here. But what they are doing, they are waiting until the children are born. And when they go to school, what am I saying? Yeah. Now, a lot of you who thought that I am a madman because your comprehension levels are so low, right, would be wondering what I am saying, right? All right. And I want the 4 people that is watching me, because if I were talking Vibes Cartel and See Them Business or Vibes Cartel going to the stadium at the conference would have 5,000 people. Me know that. Right? Right? Me know that. Yes. Me know when I have 5,000 people, I would have gone about 50,000 likes. Right? Because that is individual people's business. That's what you love. Right? But the business that concern us all. Right? No, you're not interested in that. This is not sauce. This is reality. This is not fake news. This is news organically, right? This is the truth, solid truth. And that's what you cannot manage. That's why you stay away from it. The solid truth. All right? Yes. So then, we often speak of words, power, and sound. Let's look at some of the insensitivity that facing our people. We said things like this: time and God. Time is the master. We also said words is power. Right? And we also taught words, power, and sound. Education minister wants you on the live. Somebody tag her. Right? Words, power, and sound. Right? Now, in saying that, how much does it resonate to you in your daily speech? Or when you go in front of the classroom, or when you go to teach your child, you just said words have power and just leave it like that? Eh? That even when you see the power of the words, you don't remember what you did say. So, because if you did, you would be careful of the words that you speak out of your mouth. But you just the words have power a while ago, right? And you just pray a while ago using words, and at the same time you doubt the word where you speak. The power that you send out of your mouth, you throw back a doubt on it. Right? So that is how we need to educate our children. But the problem is this. That is organical teaching. That is the original teaching. That is the official teaching. So it goes contrary to with artificial intelligence. What if you get me? To use words, power, and sound, right? It runs contrary to the brand of education that they are now proposing, right? That is where the problem is right now, right? So these children have to behave the way they behave. Right? They have to behave the way they behave. Because in telling them, there's a thing named FAKE, fake. Words, power, and sound becomes fake to artificial intelligence. Somebody tag the Minister of Education. It may just allow her to extend her stay after the next general election. If she move towards correcting this right now, she may still have a seat in Parliament. Right? This is where they need to correct the thing. Let us step back to the old landmark. Right? And I'm going to tell you why they are afraid of distinguishing words, power, and sound. The very same child that is giving problem in school are not seeing themselves as children. No, as child. So that's why you see they have this type of behavior. Because in referring to them, they are not being referred to as children. They have been referred to as animals, as kids. And they teach them about words, power, and sound. Right? They're teaching them. That means that their teachings becomes a fake, a sham. A words without action. Now, there's a huge distinction between a kid and a child. And you can bet your bottom dollar you're gonna hear the Minister of Education referring to the children as kids and invoking an animalistic behavior on the children. And when they started to act out their animalistic behavior amongst their one another, you see how the goats them clash there and knock their hands on one another recklessly. That's the behavior of the children. Human beings act different. Human beings act with remorse, TLC, love and care. Oh, you want me to go? You don't want me to go further? Mercy be to God. You see, you don't really want me to go further? I also believe, or I also know, that the position in which you got your children, it determines their behavior. Calling them a kid is nothing strange. Calling them dog is nothing strange, because they were get like an animal. It was an animalistic approach. Turn back way, girl, turn back way. An approach without remorse, love, or care. And that's how they were conceived. And they come into a world seeing and hearing, seeing people going backward instead of forward, and hear people talking backward. Cause talking like this, where you now say, calling bad good and good bad. Oh, they did not bad, you know. I want bad little show that the man have, you know. Right? That amount, that spirit that goes anti-clockwise in the atmosphere, that goes around on a daily, minutely, secondly basis from decade to decade, fill the atmosphere. That's why you hear the young man look at their one another, yo dog, dog, dog. Right? When they are making love, backers. The name, the European word sex. Sex or mating has gone through the window, especially in Jamaica, where stupid slums takes over. Right? Like backers. Backers. Forward ever, backward never was the order. Forward march. Now you here are promoting backwardness. You out here are promoting badness, not goodness. Wow. Our recording artist, who is the messenger of the earth, they don't sing about good. They only sing and DJ about Waterhouse badness, or whatever they say. Right? Vybz Kartel had been released from jail, and he used the word badness more than good. Filling the atmosphere with the power of bad words, bad sounds. Yeah. Yeah. I saw the badness going on. Waterhouse badness, or whatever I say. Because what if they said Waterhouse goodness? But they want to tell you how Waterhouse people are great or important. But they don't use the word good. They have to use the word bad. Montego Bay badness, Gaza badness. Right? Yes. And when badness takes over the atmosphere, you're gonna get the result in the people that inhaling that bad substance. And that is what you're gonna get out of our people, our children. So badness is what rules in the school. Badness is what rules in the churches. Badness is what rules in the House of Parliament. Look at the White House. The White House in America, pure badness and madness. Remember one of our hit songs, Mad We Are Mad Out, right? Madness, sadness. When they saw a man like me portraying gladness, they said, I am mad. They said, me's an idiot. It's a crime for me to be jolly. It's a crime for me to be happy. It's a crime for me to be truthful. It's a crime for me to be simple. Right? That is the mentality of our people today. And you expect things is gonna change without a real revolution. It won't. I sad to tell you, but what we have here now, it won't be changed without a real revolution. The revolution that Dennis Brown talks about. Are you ready to stand up and fight? The right revolution. Are you ready to stand up and fight? You dress like soldiers. Are you ready? Are you just ready to wait until Tom Spang asleep and the gun where you get by what sources? You wait until him asleep, you kick up in door and you go full him up a shot and say you're a shotter. You're a bad boy. Right? And him could not defend himself because you wait until him asleep. And if you were called to go to Haiti, or down by the Ukraine, you first would have turn it down because I know your brother down there. Right? But you would prefer to take a gun and snuff out the life of your brother here. When him asleep, when him come out and care, when him back turn. Yeah. And then you say you're shut up. Waterhouse badness. Gaza badness. Right? But you're only bad on the weak fences. The weak fences. That's whom you are bad on. Right? Anything that gonna give you a pushback, you're not challenge it. You're not going to challenge it. But once you look like you're weak, that's why I'm glad to say my strength is not visible. Right? My strength is spiritual. My strength is not something that you can see. I don't wear guard ring. See that? Right? I don't wear guard ring. Me no wear no chain around me. Right? Me wash my body with the minerals of the universe. Right? Right? And I invoke the spirit of truth around me. The spirit, the truthful spirit of the universe around me. That's why I can come and speak openly in a land, a place, a universe that is now filled with a turn around spirit of a homosexual lifestyle. And I've been there, and I've been warning and calling and making the awareness to those who do not know of their subtle plan, right, to legalize that stuff in this country. And I'm making it aware, especially to the children, of how subtle they are moving towards them. And when they heard me say, beware of the Tychicus, those that involved are totally upset. They want to grab me, but they can't because they have seen no guard ring. But I am guarded and protected by the universe of truth. They were hurt. They are hurt badly. Badly. After I put, what they did not know, they intimidate the world with their money and their ammunition. Right? They intimidating the world, the people in the world. Yes, with their enormous amount of money and their ammunitions, their weapons, and their gospel of death. So people are afraid to speak. As you started to speak, them say, dead, the boy dead, you know. Yeah. Intimidation. So if you in this time are not in line with the 7 angels that guard the earth, I understand what the inspector was saying, but diamond know thyself. Diamond know thyself. And I want to tell you, if you are not a discerner, you will never know who I am. You will never know who I am. Every discerner knew who I am. Every true discerners knew who I am. Me not talk those that I guess are the fake discerners. No, I'm not speaking of those. I'm speaking of true discerners that connected to the universe. Right? Can tell you who I am. I'm not here to disclose, to boast about who I am. You seek and you will find who I am. All you do is don't get entangled. Don't make your mind fool you. Yeah. They often use the word little, but me tell I don't know what I mean. I don't know what I mean. Because them try to downplay the whole of Miss Louise Bennett proverb them. Because that is where the real education is. Not in the colonial masters displayed of their education. No? So we have to reform the educational system that fits to our culture. Right? I go around by the name of Pussy Man. You can... My mother calls me Reginald Samuel Martin. I got so many names from that. So many names, but none could have ever fit like when a tailor cut your pants as pussy man. None could have ever fit me. Because that's whom I am. I did not come out of my mother's mouth. I did not come out of my mother's ears. I did not come out of my mother's nose. I did not come out of my mother's throat. I did not come out of my mother's rectum. I came out of the place we call pussy. I don't know of me coming from nowhere else. And if I did not came out, says a case where they cut me, I was put into the pussy. So there's no way you can ever come on the face of the earth and don't involve in the place we call pussy. Right? And that's what makes pussy so important. And that's why pussy must be taught in every corners to its depth with understanding and the importance, so that this generation who has what they call their pussy, allowing a man with a mic to tell them, beat it on the concrete, and they open their legs and they beat that on the concrete for a few dollars, simply because they do not know the importance of that life-giving hole that they are abusing. You go into some nightclubs and you saw smoke coming from the woman's pussy. Yes, smoke coming from these retarded minded people, right? Instead of honoring it, they are following those people who do not know the use of it, and they are giving them big bucks to dishonor it. So you see why my life is unpopular though. You see why my life is unpopular. But I don't deal with quantity, I deal with quality. So if it is 3, 4, or 5, I regard them, not me, but the Almighty One regard them as quality people. And that's whom we are targeting. That's whom we are looking our stickies from, not man. Right? Go through the narrow gate, because the gate to hell is wide, but the gate to heaven is narrow. Many find the wide gate, but a few find the narrow gate. Yeah. Yeah. So numbers doesn't matter to me, but quality do. Quality do. Qualities do. Yes. Qualities do. So they are degrading that productive whole, and they are evil. The searching or the undeveloped mind out there, and with blings and luxuries and monies, they influences them and change their mindset, change their sexual organ. They are now calling themselves bisexual, with the influence of riches and fame. Yeah? They are changing their natural self. Right? Just to grasp that riches and that fame that dangles in front of their eyes. So they want to be up there. So those that listen the word, resist those temptations, will always find a place in the Creator's book. Those who can repel in their mind and resist, for instance, for sexual pleasure, I'll give you $20,000 to have sex. You're using your vagina. But if you use the rectum, I will give you 50,000. If you give me the chance to enter your rectum, I won't give you an Android phone, I will give you an iPhone. Young people, look out for them. Look out for them. Resist, put up a resistance against their quantum leap. They leapt from an Android to an iPhone. Boy, it's hard to done, man. It's hard to done. I want you to say a drink. Roman special. Specially a drink. Come up so can drink NSAs, man. Quantum leap. Right? High seed kill Miss Thomas Puss. Right? Right? The greedy dog lost their bone. Not for you lost your dignity and your pride by trying to sit in high seats and do not and are not trying to grow to reach up there, but you want to be pushed up there. You don't want to grow, you want to push up there. That's a quantum leap. Yeah. So they target those that just leave school, has nothing in their kitty, right? Trying to find a footing in society. So they lay with them at different corners and use different strategy to lower them with subtle words, right? Blings and motor cars, giving you the opportunity to cock up your foot on dashboards and said, you are mine. And not knowing whom you are with. Yesterday video that going viral now, the one that said interview before intercourse. Don't let the sum of money prevent you from questioning the individual. Don't allow their offers to prevent you from digging deep in the reason why they want to grind you. Because a lot of destiny swap is going on. I know you're not gonna like me, you know. I know you're not gonna like me. Because guess what now? If you not fully develop your knowledge, you shouldn't be in any form of sexual activities. Right? If your brain not fully developed, right? You must try ascertain knowledge before sex, and not sex then knowledge. You must learn how to sex through knowledge before the penis enter in your vagina. Yeah? And when it enter in there, you can learn sex. You must learn that first. Learn about your body. Learn about the consequences, right, of sex. You just leave school. Mother and father not have the knowledge to teach you. Even afraid to talk to you about sex. Because their sex life was nasty, dirty, mix up and fix up. So they are afraid to speak to you. I'm talking to the young people now, right? They are afraid to speak to you about sex. So you started to have sex blindly. You only know how to shift the underwear. You know nothing more. You know nothing about your body, right? You knew nothing about it. Probably someone want to help me talk. Let me allow someone to help me talk this morning. Dark life. Dark life.
Let's go back to my actual account.
Say again?
I'm going to come with my other account. This one is my phone. I'm going to come back in with another account, alright? Just give me a few seconds.
Alright. Father God, have mercy on us. Yes. Yeah. So I wonder if you understand what happens. All right, good. Woo, woo, woo. Yes, Papa Jesus. Yeah. Yes. They are going to intimidate you. They are going to hypnotize you. Yes? For you to forsake your natural self. They are automatically buying you for the swapping of your destiny. Yes?
Greetings, Father.
Greetings, my brother.
You know, we're listening from afar out. I'm not sure if you're in the island of the Caribbean, Jamaica. That's where I'm from. I'm listening from. You know, so I hear you talk some real good message where people that need to hear these things not getting the opportunity to hear it, you know? So while you're here just sharing it with me, I'm just getting more knowledge on what news it's like and all of that. So I'm just saying that you did a great job, and I'm actually tuning what you're saying. And you're teaching me stuff that, we didn't thought,
Yes.
So,
Well, thank you. It's only a few who would have acknowledged the truth and to even endorse what I am saying. You have many out there now. Many out there now knew of the truth that I am speaking but cannot endorse it. And that makes them becomes conceited and adding more to the problem that we have here, because they go by numbers, and if more people are having the same view like I am having, that's why Marcus Garvey did teach them organize and centralize so the people can speak with one voice. You get me? But they bring in religions and politicians and all of those things to divide you of your mindset and your mentality. So that's where they damage it, and they cannot fix it like this without a real revolution. So I'm happy. I welcome your kind words, legend. Are you still there? Oh, well, he take a breather. Well, we love callers like that, or people who involved would have seen the truth and endorse the truth. Some people send gift, some send lion to their counterparts over on the other side, right? Over on the other side, they support their one another over on the other side. They support whatsoever they are proposing over there, and the energy that they are pushing, they feed them with that, they feed them with gifts and accolades and all of that for them to push it, right? But over here it is of a lesser way of saying, yes, I appreciate what you're saying. I've learned a lot from what you're saying, right? I will put some of these into perspective to say if it can make a difference down the road. Yeah, you know, although you are an ant and you're not an elephant, because some people only listen to the elephant and pay no attention to the ants, who is the better teacher for the elephant. Right? Right, so yeah. Yes, the ants are the better teacher. You know. The ants knew more how to navigate, right? How to save their life, because the elephants trample them, and when the elephants step on them, they cannot crush them, right? So they knew how to navigate. So our best example of survival should be the ants, not the elephant. But they turn it around, right? All right. Simplicity is the way to survive, said Michael Collins in one of his songs. And most people did not knew what Miguel was saying. Sizzler, simplicity is the way to survive, right? So look at how simple the ants are, and they are the one who teaches survival, right? It's the ants that teach you how to survive, and everybody else come trample on them. Everybody come step down on them. Everybody spit on ants, right? But they survived. They survived the storm. They survived the earthquake. They are the survivor of the earth, right? Yes, the ants, but nobody want to be the ants. Everybody want to be the elephant, right? 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 Everybody want to be the elephant. Everybody want to be the prime minister. Everybody want to be the king. See how many of them fighting for the king of dancehall. Everybody want to be in the high seat, right? Right? Nobody want to take it slow, and you know, that's what we call humility, humbleness. Humble yourself, my brother, and you will eventually grow. Now, there's another video that out this morning. I did that video 1 year ago, and I saw TikTok featured it back this morning, and I reposted it. When I said Jamaican women, or women on a whole, are making the wrong choices. It is 3 set a man get Jamaican woman. And I gather it have been follow suit throughout the world too as well, right? We're in Jamaica for sure. You have to be a bad man, a wicked man.
Before you move on, you from Jamaica?
Yes, Jamaica.
Oh, you from Jamaica?
Say again?
You are Jamaican?
Yes, man. Born Jamaican.
Okay, so you know what's happening there. Okay, go ahead.
Right? Right? Is the bad man get the girls, them, the prettiest girls. The wicked man, the one that they are afraid of. Right? The money man that has a lot of money, and the handsome man who is the deceiver, right? And you know, more subtle They knew that they goes for looks. So they presented themselves to them. They will spend their bottom dollar to look good, to deceive. And so many young girls get caught in a love affair that only consists of a Nike Air, or what is the toughest brand you have now, right? Right? Just all that he possessed was what he wears, right? So many, because he is handsome. He spend so many times in the beauty shop, titivating and just to go out there and deceive the dangling and what I must say, the dangling and the undeveloped mind of the young people. Yes. Yes. Yes, that dangling, them show you today, in days gone by, money used to be concealed. Money never be in the open. And it ought not to be, because it's an influencer, right? It will attract thieves. It attract robbers, right? That is why the brinks are, those things are so well protected when they're carrying money. Now today, it's not so. Money is no longer concealed. No, money is no longer concealed. Money is left open for everyone to see, because it becomes an influencer to influence you one way or another, right? And lots of people take the opportunity to advantage those whose mind not yet developed. And they are the ones who always get caught in the rut. Now you see them crying out into some affair that going nowhere. They've been tortured by these type of untrue relationship. The relationship did not true. They were caught like a fish in a net, right? They were introduced on subtly in love making, and when they go home, that brand of love making change, and a new world, a new whole have been used for sexual pleasure. So many times, how many of you are brave enough to say, yes, I have that experience? No, your pride only takes you not to admit, but your pride never teaches you to withhold your dignity and your pride. No, it never. It only tells you now, don't strengthen, or don't, because your admission will certainly help someone who is coming up, the younger one. So at all times, we have to be thinking about the younger one, the generation coming, the example you set. And that's the reason why I'm here this morning, hearing Miss Kitty speak of what is happening to the children in the schools a couple days ago. And I said, look at that. Education, right? The young child, they must get the proper teaching And so that when they come of age, even 9, 10, 15, they are now fighting in school, right? When jealousy started to take over, when bad mind started to take root in them, right? When they go to school, that's what they practices. They practices it on their peers in the schools, what they got on the home, what is in their DNA, right? How they were get turn back with a girl, turn back with a drop woman and that. Those erratic way they did not get with the words of remorse, hi darling. You know, no, those things were missing. Yo girl, come here, I'm drop woman and that, you know. It's a Roman boom, yeah, right? Right? Yeah. That is the way, and the way you got them is the way they're gonna operate out there. And sometimes, so them come, as so them go. So they come into this world, as see where them go back. Erratic, roop, rap, room, ram, and they go back, boom, bam, bam, bam. Yes, so them come, as so them go. Right? Because we speak earlier of the importance of words, power, and sound. We speak earlier about values and attitudes. Yes? Those are some of the things we have to put on the forefront of the nation's children when we are going in school. We call upon the education minister, right? Right? We called upon all who were involved in education in this country to make sure that the children are getting the best education, right? Not too much of the AI intelligence. Remember to balance it with the official intelligence. I heard in our country, I don't remember if it's Australia or Austria, right? Where they are banning online teaching because they want the children them to learn about more outdoor activities, meaning that more of the original, right? Too much artificial thing will spark in the negative. We want some of the original so they can have a good balance of what is good and what is bad. Yeah. Continue to watch my videos. Continue to follow me on YouTube, Reginald Martin 4915. Continue to listen. Continue to follow me on TikTok, right? Tychicus the Revelator, Reginald Martin 1950, right? Look for those things. You want knowledge. You want to be a part of nation building. You want to be a part of the change for the 2030, 2040 vision. You want to be a revolution of the new world. You want to be a part of that revolution. You want to secure your life. You want to preserve your life for that time. You wanted to live at 68 years old as I am, right? Follow my teaching. Follow me, right? Continue to support me, and I will tell you how my only source of security is the Almighty and the universe, right? In which we were taught that when we use the powers of the universe, we are use a thing they call obia. That's why we want the educational system to reform. And we teach of our teach the children of our real power as African. What we do use They knew about witchcraft and guzo, but knew nothing about obia. Right? We're taking on the culture of other nations, neglecting ours. And that is the reason why our educational reform is so important for this country. Right? To know yourself. That when you don't hear me attack, you don't believe I like me, not like you know. Because a lot without the knowledge, a lot that whom are just the only thing they knew is PMP and JLP and Seventh-day Adventist and Presbyterian and Catholic. That's the only thing they knew. Right? They knew nothing about the universe. They do not know how to connect with the universe. They had to run to the graveyard to get power. Yes? Them up wear all kind of ring and join all kind of certain society. The only thing me join at the universe means organic. So how much I want a good man? No. The majority of you want me old and me ugly. But you don't want knowledge. Me old, me ugly, and me broke. Everything going against me. But you know some things, but that is not your interest to have knowledge. Your interest is to ascertain the material things that I have. So you're going to fake now to reach me to get those material things. Yes, you're going to fake like I was watching a live last night with Jerry and a girl. Oh, I watched it for an extended amount of time because it was very important. And Jerry was so smart. Yes. Yes. Jerry knew that that girl did not love him. Yeah. But she can, they ought to go to Devon House, go lick ice cream. They ought to go to the theater, go have popcorns. And after that, she goes home to her gentleman. And each time that Jerry mentioned that gentleman, she go up in rage. It was so enticing to watch. When she realized that Jerry were on her toes, that Jerry was the smarter one of the two. And she thought that Jerry was a fool, so she tried to lash on to Jerry. And she realized that Jerry was a bum. I know that so well because I've been placed into those situations several times. But because of the wisdom that the good Lord has given unto me, but I'm sorry for those who have find themselves into those positions and are weak. And those are the things that prompted sometimes what you call domestic violence. Because the victim is so weak that when he is robbed of all his hard-earned cash or whatever, his only recompense is to dirt the individual. Yeah? So it is a very dangerous pathway to go down. Believe you me, very dangerous road to go down. Especially when their brain, their mind is the high level of contamination, of intoxication. Right? And in a minute, that adrenaline can rush through their mind. And that individual is no more. So you see the danger of knowing who you are aligned with. knowing whom you are exposing yourself to, right? Young people, it goes deeper than money, right? It goes deeper than a ticket to Vibes Cartel show. Please be on your double watch, right? Please be careful as you step out there. It is much more deeper than an iPhone, right? The iPhone can be your bait. The iPhone can be your bait. The 500,000 or the 2 million can be a bait. Remember I tell you about destiny swap, right? So be careful as you go out there. I don't want to see any of you turn fool out there. Any of you that listen me, follow me, watch me, my fans, my followers, I don't want any of you, Bob Marley saying, don't want his people to be tricked by no mercenaries, right? Neither do I. And that's the reason why I spend quality time beseeching to you. Open your third eye. Look out of your third eye. Be careful as you go along. Right? Some says I'm a fool to do that. But I will continue to be a fool for the common love of the people of the universe. I'm not teaching war. I'm not teaching crime. I'm not teaching violence. I'm not teaching death. I'm teaching life. And I want you to realize that I'm teaching. Right? So if you see me there and you hate me without a cause, repent. Look into yourself. Stop. That's what Tychicus do me. Right? Oh, and what him say, that mean, and that me I do. That's why it hurts me. So just look into yourself and just repent from what you're doing. The time you're going to take to hate me and the time you're going to take to order a contract killer for me, just repent. And you will be better off. Right? Just repent. Just be truthful to yourself and repent. Is there anyone want to ask me any question in the comment section, or do you want to join me in the box, even though I'm about to go, right? But I will accommodate any questions you have to ask, any concern you have of what I said, anything you did not understand. As I said before, all my friends, my followers, my subscribers, right? I don't want you to be tricked by no mercenaries. You are young, you're gifted, and I don't know, and I don't care about the color. But once you have life, you are very important, despite of your color or your race. Once life is within you, you are very, very, very important. That's how I look at that. Right? Thank you all for joining. Legend!
Yes, Father.
Yes.
Respect every time. It's a pleasure to listen and get the message, you know what I mean? Because we're not really getting these kind of talk these days, you know.
Yes.
There's so many other stuff, so, you know what I mean? What you are bringing and what you're sharing with us is very something that, you know, everybody should get a listening chance to get to hear you, you know?
Yes. Yes.
As you see, in generation that right now, where would you say is there a hope of, you know, awakening the generation in this day and age? Because right now they are distracted with so many going on by material, by so many things, you know.
Yeah, they use these things as baits to catch them. I call it dangle. They would use hypnotize. You understand? To hypnotize them, to take their interest away from the correct thing to the false thing. Yeah, you know, the thing that is not wholesome to their body. Even in the food it is, you know, a legend. even in the food it is, in their medication, right? So they will have to be careful, right? Whatsoever they do, and listen more to elders. A lot. What they do is they tried to get rid of the elders, quieten the elders, so the elders don't get the chance to pass on this kind of education to the younger children, to the younger generation. And that's how subtle they are. It's a huge thing, legend, very huge thing, and we have to get to the bottom of it for survival. It's all about survival, because soon disease and everything will soon come and struck if we don't get it corrected right now. Yes, so legend, thank you for coming. Thank you for your kind words. Got to go. It's 11:26. Yes, got to go. But
Alright.
you can always look out for me. I see you following me. Just
That's right.
share the platform. Thank you.
Alright, will do.
And
Thanks for everything, man. Have a great day, bye.
all right, cool.
Alright.